VoyMonk video voice vlog. Last vlog, something that was kind of inspired, but I didn't really obviously have time for it because I felt maybe I'll bring it up on this vlog. But negativity and positivity. I wanted to bring that up because self-awareness, being aware, being presence of mind of what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And this not being a show, things that I'll think or want to cover because they're a part of who I am here on the VoyMonk channel. I did want to discuss a little bit about something that I kind of briefly mentioned as far as some things that I said that might be negative, and sometimes I might say things that are positive, but ultimately negative, because I don't want negativity to be a part of the VoyMonk channel or anything that I'm doing here. Be that as it is, and that being said, this is also not me being a guru or a positive junkie or someone who's on here trying to life coach you into doing any of that stuff either. This isn't some kind of Zen bubble per se, from anything and everything that can happen in terms of whatever. I mean, life itself is life. That being said, I don't want any negativity on this channel. I don't want to introduce anything negative on this channel. I don't want to be negative, but I also don't want to sing platitudes or nonsense or give messages of the day or daily motivations or anything like that. Neither one of those things are a part of this channel. I mean, to me, optimism is the same as pessimism. They're just extremes for either one. And of course, the center being well balanced. And there can be extremes about that too, because in essence, it's about control. Thinking that one's thoughts that are entered into life or whatever is what controls the outcomes and situations in life. And while I'm sure that's absolutely true to a greater extent, I don't think it's ultimately overall very meaningful. And quite frankly, that's not the point or anything about this channel. So, yeah, I definitely will always do my best from saying things that I feel or I think are negative in general as far as criticisms and just saying, things that just don't really necessarily need to be said, especially, of course, in this space. This is a space for escapism, like I said, and being who we are and what we want. But as far as for me, more importantly, I don't, it starts for me, this channel is organic because it's based on me and me wanting to do this, me expressing who I am and the way that I'll do that. But, as far as being authentic and not being phony is the fact that, sometimes in life, things do happen. Things are not always sunshine and rainbows, but at the same time, they're not all completely negative or whatever, to everyone else. And I'm certainly not going to fake how I'm feeling or what I'm feeling or even what I'm going through. I would probably reserve, or hold back on any kind of emotional dumping because, like I said, I also think there's a fine line between articulating and expressing one's emotions and feelings about what's going on, and then just me, as I do, incessantly rambling, but more specifically, kind of, putting, baggage out there for the rest of the world to consume. And I'm not saying that there isn't a place or whatever for that. I'm just not making this channel or anything a community that I'm trying to build with this channel about that. So, like I said, I may make criticisms from time to time. They're not going to, like I said, always be, fluffy, cute bunnies and rainbows. But at the same time, they're not here to be, here I'm going to tell you the way it is and the truth, It's like, I don't do any of those things. This is a channel that I do because I want to have fun. And, like I said, I do want to touch on that and make sure that, that I was setting that intention as clear as I can. So until tomorrow, which will be a Friday vlog, video voice vlog, take care.